Hello everyone, today I'm taking my trusty Salem out for a bit of a fun game. It's a standard battle. We'll start off in the middle, which yeah, is okay, but obviously I'm on the west side of the map, so I intend heading over that way. I am looking for the opportunity to basically do some bits and pieces around the A cap. If I can, use my radar, defend, and assist the team as much as I can. Now, it's a fairly balanced game, 4 DDs, 3 battleships and 5 cruisers. There's no CV, which always means that the potential for a good game is there, because CVs just muck things up. But anyway, yeah, so obviously the Salem, very strong ship. I love it. It's my favourite ship in the game at the moment. It's definitely my favourite cruiser. It's just a solid ship all round. So my initial intentions here are to head to the north side of the volcano island, which allows me to shoot across the cap to the south of the island, out on F3, because generally speaking, that's a location where enemy DDs will go to start capping, but without exposing themselves to being full on shot at. Fortunately, I have one DD out wide on the west side going down the 1-2 line, and a DD to the south of me that's covering the middle of the map. So there shouldn't be many surprises. Plus, spotting should be very advantageous for me. So I'm just moving in position now. I'm thinking I can get some shots on the Venezia. He looks to be slowing down, which is nice. I'm giving myself just enough space round the corner so that I can get shots onto him. And he is turning in rather than turning away, which is to my advantage, because that means that I can shoot at him for longer. Currently, oh yeah, I got some damage at last. So I start finding my range, and I'm constantly in and out with the shift key to get an idea of where ships are moving. Now, obviously, there's something in the A cap, and I don't want to push forward too much at the moment, because there's too many ships out there to take advantage of me if I get spotted pushing out. So at the moment, all I'm doing is basically putting pressure on this enemy Venezia. Obviously, so it's the trump. There is a trump in the A cap. He's obviously spotted where my bombs are coming from, sent out some planes, but missed. So nothing to panic about at the moment. It's 2 caps each. So I'm just going to continue putting the pressure up. A GK comes into the picture, which is excellent. So I am now, I've got at least 2 ships that I can put shots onto, and there is the DD, the Sherman. So it's the Sherman that got a cap. Okay. So yeah, more shots out. I'm looking to just continue the damage, let them know that someone's here so that they worry about pushing up. And it looks like the Venezia is now running away. The GK now is just sitting there, giving me a nice big broadside to shoot at. But what I want to do here is use my HE. I want to build up some shots with the potential to start fires, so that should our gearing land any torpedoes and get a flood, if he's used the DCP on my fires, then the flood is going to cause even more damage. Now, you can't guarantee that that's what's going to happen, but, you know, planning ahead. So I'm just continuing raining down shots on the GK. Now, he isn't doing what often happens, which is just flat out running away as soon as they take a little bit of damage. He is trying to tank it, but I imagine he's getting really frustrated at this point. And a really important kill there from the gearing. The gearing took out the enemy DD Tromp. That's a really important kill, so that puts us 2 kills to 1 up. And now this GK, I think, is getting the message. He's looking to turn away and get out of dodge. So I will just continue to get fires on him. He's getting desperate now because he's blind firing me. Even if he hits, I should be fine. Might do a little bit of damage, but I should be fine. And as you can see, he's getting spotted. He can't return fire with any consistency, so he is getting really annoyed and he's turning tail. It's probably the best thing to do, but it's an unfortunate situation he's in. Mainly due to, I mean, in this game, the gearing and the down, they do really well. They're doing spotting, they're keeping the enemy from pushing. Even though we haven't got the cap, every time they try and push, they are getting damaged. So I just check to see if there's anything in the cap or close enough to me to do some spotting to allow me to push up a little bit. So my intention here is to get eyes on the GK and possibly the Sherman. And obviously with the gearing pushing in now as well, kicking off my radar, let him know that there was no one in the cap to surprise him. So he's got confidence to push ahead. So more shots out on this Kurfürst. He, again, very desperate. His shots are miles off. Not even close there. I mean, it's no one even behind me that he might have been aimed for, so that shot was way off. So I'm just slowly creeping forwards, keeping up the pressure, driving them away. Enemy DD pops out, change target. As soon as you see a DD, focus it down. He stops, which does mean that obviously he avoids the torps, and our gearing is getting some damage. But I'm just trying to keep the pressure up on the enemy Sherman as much as I can, and hopefully save our gearing from dying to it. So I do get spotted by the Henry, and now because I can't shoot at the Sherman, so the gearing takes out the Sherman, but the Henry takes out the gearing. Fair exchange, I guess. I wish I could have helped him out more because obviously he did do a lot of good work there. But regardless of that, I'm now backing up because too many ships are going to be in a position to shoot at me. I do have 2 fires on me, but I don't mind about those. I'll let them run out because what I can do is just heal it all back when I'm ready. So just continuing the pressure. Obviously with other ships, the 2 DZs in the middle now, spotting all these ships here, which means that I can continue doing sustained damage, driving the ships away, continuing the damage. And at this stage, what's happening here is the enemy are like, I'm getting shot by ships I can't see. This is not good. And struggling to find a way to deal with it. So that Henri looks like he's going to be burning down. I can't reach him, so I'm pushing forward a little bit. I think he's going to go down. And no, he's healing back up. Okay, but now the GK comes back in. So let's let him know that I'm here. Keep up the constant fire damage. Fires. Excellent. Just keeping up the fires. It's the constant damage, the constant ticking over. Let them know that anytime that they try and push forwards, they get damaged. So at this stage, he doesn't really know what he's going to do. He wants to push, but he can't find a way to do it. So I don't need to put myself in danger. Again, he's shots out, but I think was he aiming for me? Oh, it looks like he was. But no luck. You can see the frustration in the way he's playing here. So now my main concern here at the moment is the Dutch ship with the planes, because it could potentially, if he drops well, do a lot of damage on me. So I'm just trying to keep moving, prevent him from getting any sustained drop. So shots out, continuing up the pressure on the GK. He's now pushing forwards. I'm stopping my shots get him, so I'm thinking about pushing forward a little bit. And I get Wither from all the fire damage. And now Venezia comes into play as well. So there's 3 ships out there. I've got AP loaded for the broadsides that they're giving me, especially the Golden Liwu, however you say it. I always struggle to get AP shots on that ship, but anyway, I back up to minimise the amount of ships that can shoot back at me, keeping my focus on 1 ship at a time. Venezia, he's out wide. And now the GK's looking to push in. He's Hydro up. I've got every suspicion that he's going to try and push me now, but he's on such low health that I don't think he's going to make it. So I'm just focused on the Venezia. Unfortunately, the GK took out Venezia, pushed out too far. Now I'm looking for the GK. Here he is. He gets taken out. He would have been dead to one of my shots anyway. So now I can start pushing forward and putting pressure on this Venezia. And in the interim, I can also look at getting the cap. So I've gone dark, so I stopped firing. Because now my intention here is to win back the cap, which will mean we'll have all 4 caps. And we don't actually have a ship advantage. We're 1 ship down. But with all 4 caps, our points are ticking over really quickly. And I'm just trying to look at... for once, the scores are the correct way around. So despite losing the ships, we've now turned things around point-wise, and we're starting to really rack up the points. So now my suspicion here is now the Venezia is either going to push into me via coming into the cap, or he's going to go out wide. So I'm just holding his position now. I'm thinking about obviously turning in or turning out. I don't want to give too much broadside, so I'm looking to turn out, I believe, at this stage, because I suspect he might go out wide. As it sits now, it is 4 versus 5. We have 4 ships, they have 5. So something's just moved into the B cap. I suspect it will be the enemy DD. So as we can see, they've still got 3 players in the single division. So that means that they've probably been working together and like doing good work there. BB, who just got killed actually. Sorry, Des Moines just got killed. He had 3 kills, so that's good work by the Delny there. So now I've got the cap. I'm now pushing out round because I suspect the Venezia. So I can see the Venezia shots, but it's kind of just directly behind the island. So he could be coming in, or he could be pushing out. So at this stage, I'm just looking to put some pressure on him. Obviously, the Hildebrand behind me doesn't really want to push into the cap. He does have planes, so he could use that to spot the enemy DD, which I believe he is going to do, which is great. So I'm now pushing out wide because I suspect he might be coming out wide now. So guns are ready, turning out. Oh, and there he is. There he is. HE first shot. He doesn't do a lot of damage. Change to AP. My first volley. Good, nice. I get high caliber. Good first volley. Second volley, and his reload is so much slower than mine that he's dead. There we go. 3 volleys to his 1. 3 citadels as well. That was a nice kill. Good anticipation on my behalf, even if I do save myself. Yeah, so now it's 3 on 3. We do have the points advantage, and currently it looks like the cap advantage is going to be whittled away. My priority target here now is the Shimikaze. Unfortunately, our Delny is taken out by the Hindenburg. Got a bit too close there. So now it's myself and the Hindenburg. We can, well, working together, him with his planes, if he does some spotting, I can shoot some ships. But we are at a bit of a disadvantage here because obviously they got 3 ships, including the DD to R1. So torps coming in. I need to manoeuvre past these. I managed to get past the first set by spin and turning. Now I don't want to turn too much just in case there's another set coming this time, so give myself a little bit of an angle. There's nothing in range, so hopefully if the Hildebrand just sits here, uses the plane to spot, because they'll probably push into us, he can do some spotting, we can work together to take him out at range. We don't want to push too far, so I am just going to sit here anticipating the Shimikaze either pushing out wide or pushing into the A-cap. Either way, I want to be in a position where I can utilise the spotting of the planes from the Hildebrand to shooting right, and he's going in tight, so he's pushing into the cap, so I can now manoeuvre my ship to put some shots into him. Slow turning turrets, unfortunately. Right, he's fired up his smoke, so radar up. See if I can take him out. Dispersion wasn't very kind there, so continue to keep the pressure up. Unfortunately, the torps from the plane missed. He's backing up now. I make a mistake here, really, because I don't give myself enough space to get over the island when my radar is up and running. But I notice he slows down there and he starts accelerating. So he is going to do me a really big favour here, and that is put himself into a position where I can actually shoot him. If he had just kept on reversing, I probably wouldn't have got him here. And there I do, I get him, which is good work. Hildebrand is pushing. I wouldn't have pushed Shimmy if I was in that position, but you know, it is what it is. I suspect there's more torps. Yeah, there we go. More torps on the way. With two ships in front that actually will be able to shoot him. Yeah, I wouldn't have pushed. But it is what it is. So, right, so now I'm on my own, and there are two ships left. So, now, at this point, obviously, we've got the points advantage, and time is running out. And as it stands, we will win. So I am very conscious that if I die here, it's all my fault for losing the game. But I suspect I might be able to... The Hindenburg might be killable. Depends where the Montana goes. So I am going to slowly nudge up, and there's Hindenburg. Good. Montana is not in a position to shoot me back, I believe. So I can focus on the Hindenburg. Exchanging HE, I am very, very happy in this ship to do. There's shots from Montana. He does land a hit on me. Fortunately, my angling and position prevents him from doing anything major. I've taken out his torps. Not that you would torp from the speed, but he gives me his broadside, which is a big mistake. I switch to AP and say thank you very much for giving me the game. He's gone blind, but I suspect that last shot will do the business. And there we go, and the kill, which is good. Fire and hill going. I now need to work out where the Montana is going to go. Get some good advice from chat, which I was going to do anyway, but I am... See, if the Montana turned and came around this corner, that could be a potential problem. So I have the points and the time on my side. The worst thing that could happen is getting spotted by the Montana. So I fire up my radar, just in case I can detect him going either direction. I don't know where he's going, but while the radar's up, I'll be able to get a good idea. And if he doesn't get into radar range by the time it runs out, then we win on points and time. So at this point, I'm fairly confident that I'm not going to lose. It was a bit of a hectic game, but yeah, three kills and 251,500 damage. Wasn't bad. Did it with a lot of help from other members, especially the 2 DDs initially. There we go, there's the win on points. So yeah, that was a really nice game. A lot of help from the 2Ds, as I said, the Gearing and the Delny. But in the end, 251,500 damage, 3 kills, 3 citadels, Confederate with a high caliber, and a base score of 3,000, 1,000 more than the Gearing and Delny, who, as I said, really, really did me good, because without them, I doubt I would have got as good a score as I got. So that's a really nice DD play. Unfortunately, it's like one ship left on each side, but you know, a win's a win. So anyway, there we go.